I just had people staring at my crotch for just hours going, a bit longer, tight, no, we don't like, take a picture. But I haven't had anything done so far. I'm not going to say I won't. I'm not even sure you got that one.
Josh, where did you get that
one? That is true, Josh, yeah. I'm a bit worried you're stalking, but...
Yeah. Hello and welcome to another episode of The Beauty Desk with me, Sarah Jossel. Today's guest needs very little introduction. He is widely regarded as the male supermodel of our generation. A man who didn't just succeed in the industry, but redefined what male modelling could look like. In this episode, we talk about the Manosphere, mental health, and hair mousse. Oh, and that time he got mercury poisoning in Greece. Hey, we covered it all. I also set him the ultimate girl dad challenge. Can he do the pints and ponytail hairstyle?
This is going to be the worst plait in the world. This is what the pints and...
Yeah, how's that going? You're like, where's the pints? This episode is sponsored by M&S. As a beauty director, my job is to review and test beauty products. I know an icon and an icon in the making when I see it. Which brings me nicely onto M&S, which has become a one-stop shop to find all your favourite cult brands in one place. I know from my DMs that you guys are very curious about K-beauty. M&S now stock some of the most exciting brands out there. Beauty of Jossian, Biodance, and Medicube. Have you tried those zero pore pads? Chef's kiss for the glow. Head to M&S and explore their utterly brilliant edit. Love that. Okay, David Gandy. Hello.
Hello.
Why are you laughing? We haven't even started.
I don't know. You make me laugh. You make me happy. That's good, though.
You don't know what I'm going to ask you.
Well, that's very true.
So, David, we met 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We filmed a ridiculous Facebook Live for Dolce & Gabbana Blue. We spoke about fragrance, and really the only thing that came away from it is the diehard Gandy fans are quite something. Like when you walk down the street, are people just like bowing down to you?
No. God,
oh.
My goodness me.
That's what it feels like online.
No,
Everyone's like, you're that close to him.
I've been around for a while. They are very loyal and they're very lovely. But yes, they're very defending of me, of course, as well.
Yes.
So which is good. But yeah, I have been around for a while. I'm 25 years in the industry now.
I'd be quite interested to get a glimpse of your DMs.
There have been some interesting ones over the years.
I am actually going to kick this off with my favourite subject as a beauty editor.
Yeah.
Your beauty ride or dies.
Well, I've got a coffee cup in here as well, so I'd take that one off.
What coffee do you drink?
Well,
look at me being an investigative journalist.
This is quite interesting. I've recently done like an intolerance, not allergic test, an intolerance test, because so much is coming down to your gut. Now, this is what I even they're looking at Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and all could start from your gut. So I was quite intrigued, literally, about my own gut and gut health and everything else. Caffeine was one of the things that I'm intolerant to, and I literally live on caffeine.
What else were you intolerant to?
All chickpeas, legumes, so no hummus. I had a tub of hummus a day.
And your wife's Greek.
And she's Greek, yes.
This is getting worse and worse. So this is a big deal. I asked David to bring the products that he just is truly, madly, deeply in love with. That's a song.
I have done that. I've also probably done the brands, I think, as well, because I think that's important. Otherwise, I probably could have brought quite a few. So this is, have you tried this, Larry's Nana's Mousse?
Yes, I love that product for my hair, but let's talk about you use mousse. What do you do with mousse?
Well, Larry introduced me to mousse, so that's how he got it's a lot of your hair, and I think men don't quite understand, is down to your haircut. And a lot of men are focused on products. Mm-hmm. But actually, if you've got the right haircut and hair drying as well, all Larry used to put on my hair was mousse and then just dry it. And he pretty much taught me that, and that is his. So yeah, his Nana's Mousse. It feels quite an old-fashioned thing. But that's all that's needed. He's got his new, actually I'm not allowed to mention that one. He's got his
you have to.
If it's really good, okay, he's going to punish me for this one though. He's got this amazing texturizing spray come out.
Ooh.
It is superb. I kind of think he tests his products on me. He kind of comes out with his little bottle and goes, I'm going to test this on you. Like, it's not tested, it should say on thing, not tested on animals, tested on David Gandy. So like try it on my hair in the product.
You are the guinea pig.
So I am the guinea pig. Nothing's gone wrong so far.
Exactly, you've got great hair.
And I just get to steal everything that he comes out with.
I've got to ask you, do you dye your hair?
No, what with the greys you can see.
I can't see any greys from here.
Yeah, right,
good lighting.
On the sides and stuff. But No, I haven't got too much, but I won't take. I think it's different for men and women. I also think men can come with that salt and pepper thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay,
No,
so you're not planning on dyeing it.
I'm not planning on dyeing it yet. No.
Okay.
Next time we see me, I have blonde,
exactly.
blonde highlights.
No, blonde tips. All right, number 2.
Number 2. This is the de-exfoliating mask, Dr. Now you have to help me with this, but is it Dr. Seabag? Seabag. His products are great. Really, really good.
His tan drops are amazing.
Tan drops, his serums.
Look,
really
you can
good.
show everyone. That's almost finished. This is what we call a David Gandy empties video.
This is also because my wife steals all my stuff.
Does she?
Yes. A facialist who she works with, at the time it was Disney, so she has to look after all the actors, you know, when they've got all prosthetics on their face, and it's terrible for your skin because it's months and months. She's the person that comes in to reforms their skin and get them ready to after work or the filming. And she was sort of telling me about so many different products. She also then became she read chemistry, so she knew what she was putting on people's faces.
Oh wow!
So when I was doing, she said, "What do you do?" And I said, "Well, I scrub my face," thinking that was because everyone says you need to scrub your face with an exfoliant, and she said, "Well, don't do that. That literally puts grooves into your skin, scratches your skin. It's not good for it." So this thing I thought I was doing well, it wasn't. So she said you need an exfoliant or an enzyme cleanser, and that's the best one I've ever found. So that's what I do once or twice a week. Probably once a week.
Yeah.
What have we got after this? We've got this is great. Skin called Petox.
Petox.
Yeah. Have you had this one?
Yeah.
It's so good.
So good.
It's very, very good.
Okay, so in your mind when you're using it, what are you hoping from it? What does it do?
Miracles these days. That's what I'm hoping for. SkinCeuticals are probably the best, I have to say that. But I'm also very aware, talking to men about sort of beauty, and like when you talk about price and how much is that? It's expensive, but certain things are worth it, and that is amazing. But I think their whole collection is amazing from SkinCeuticals. And then
quickly on that, I wanted to ask you, because I think men struggle to talk about their skincare regimes.
Men struggle to talk full stop, let's put it that way. But skincare routine also, yes, very much.
Well, it's girly to talk about it.
Yeah, I think that's changing a bit, but yes, it is.
It is changing, but I guess it's something that I've always noticed that if I still to this day, if I say to my husband, you should use blah blah, he's like, can I just have that product that makes it feel nice? And I'm like, nice, like. I'm a beauty editor. Like that's the best adjective I can get.
Do you want glowing? Do you want soft? Do you want radiant?
There's a menu.
There is, and it's too complicated.
Yeah.
That for men, it's too complicated.
So that's what it is.
And then fragrance.
But of course.
Like mailing and Gertz.
They just went into administration.
Oh no!
I'm so sorry for your loss again.
I better get an order in. Oh well. That's the best fragrance, leather. We met with doing light blue, didn't we?
Yes.
And I pitched for years and said, you need to do a nighttime, but what I meant was after hours light blue. You need to do a dark blue, a light blue dark for the evening. So I wanted a darker, more sultry kind of leathery fragrance.
Did they get it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they didn't. Oh.
Well,
shut up, David.
Well,
put your pants on. Get in the boat.
We'll take them off.
Get in the boat. Shh! Don't. Yeah.
I just remember when I was an assistant on David's. I don't know why I'm talking to you guys. But when I was,
am I leaving this here, by the way? Just for
yes.
Okay, sorry.
When I was the assistant on that Dolce shoot that we did for Glamour, I was wardrobe, and it was a great job for me because I had to carry your wardrobe around, and there was not very much of it.
No, there's not much of it. On Dolce.
Just some boxes. If I don't even think they were boxes.
They probably weren't. Little swim things. Yeah. I think we did probably have some. I wasn't there all the time. We did have some other Dolce clothes to put on, but not many.
Not that day.
Not many, though, not many. I still remember the first time I went to go and shoot Light Blue, and because I didn't know the concept of that shoot at all. But the amount of detail, it would never happen now, is to go into that pair of swim shorts. I was trying like 5 different pairs of what seemed to be the same swim short, and then like the bow of how long that had to be. I just had people staring at my crotch for just hours going, a bit longer, tight, no, we don't, like take a picture.
Like you can't do that and say longer.
No, but imagine that now, like literally sending it back to Dolce going, do you like these? Don't back. Do you like the bow like this? No. Remarkable.
Do you have any beauty products next to your bed? A hand cream, a pillow mist?
Can't say I do, if I'm totally honest. No, I don't think I really do. I also don't like mess. I'm probably a little bit OCD, like it's my bedside. My wife's isn't. This is, if you could split our kind of room in half, it was like her side, like the messy side, and then my side's quite neat.
Okay.
So she's definitely got her products, a few products there, but no.
How did you and your wife meet?
Met through a friend.
Okay.
Yeah. Like nearly 10 years ago.
Well, do you know what I wonder if you two have ever spoken about it, but how does she feel to be married to a supermodel? Like, I always think, men, they age like fine wine. You are arguably still in your prime. It's never.
That's a lie. I wish no.
Don't know. You're doing pretty big things at the moment. Does it feel like she's married to a supermodel? I know you've spoken about 2 David Gandys in the past. There's the brand and then there's the...
No, because she doesn't see that side of it.
Okay.
She sees the gardening dad side, the man who never sits still. I mean, I literally drive her around the bank. She, can you just sit still? I mean, she used to say, like, when we first started dating, she would, like, wake up and, like, stay at mine, and then she'd come down and she went, has the furniture been moved? In the middle, I'd like, no, the arrangement wasn't working. So I'd, like, move stuff around. She was like, you literally have another life after I go to sleep, because I didn't sleep, so I used to get up. And, yeah, I remember when we first dated, because I would also, I'm always hungry. So we'd go to bed, I would then, like, get up in the middle of the night. But she's not much of like, food to her is like, I love food.
Okay.
I'm very enthusiastic about it, but food to her is a fuel and energy. There's not much. And I remember going, like, through her flat, just trying to find something to eat. Like, just found some, like, dried muesli. I just sat on my sofa eating, like, dried muesli.
The world has just learned that you have a midnight feast every night.
Not every night.
So I'm just if it's not muesli, like, what are we snacking on?
No, but this is the thing. It's I again going, oh, you're a model, you don't eat anything. I mean, I'm a 14.5 stone guy.
Yeah.
Training constantly. Like, I need to consume around about 3,500-4,000 calories a day, which is hard. I've always been like that. I love eating.
What is a day in the life of what you would eat?
So I've never eaten breakfast. That was never eaten breakfast. I know where everyone always say, oh, it's the most important meal of your day. And I said, do you know who came up with that saying? It was Kellogg's.
Okay.
So Kellogg's. And now they call it fasting, of course. But it is a great way of shedding a few pounds. I have to say, if anyone wants to, the fasting of not eating, eating dinner, then lasting until lunch, it is a great way. A few protein shakes in there, of course, because I can't consume what I need to get that through supplements. And then, dinner. Finish off my children's dinner, of course. Nothing goes to waste.
Are you quite like they need to eat healthily, or fish fingers, chicken nuggets?
They do eat vegetables, and my eldest daughter, Isabella, is quite adventurous. She eats, I ate a fish eye when we were in Greece last year. And she was like, I want to try one. So she was eating fish eyes, and people were like, you ate a fish eye? And she tried sea urchin, which I think she might not eat them again. They both love olives. I mean, this sounds so West London. They both love edamame. I mean, children.
Salted or chili?
I put salted. I put a bit of salted. Yeah, salted or chili.
As this worldwide global supermodel that you are, what is your relationship like with your own reflection? Because we talk a lot about, when everyone was in lockdown, people became a bit obsessed with what they were seeing every day. You get new hang-ups because you're just looking at yourself all the time. Do you have hang-ups, things that you notice the first thing, oh, my hairline's thinning, not that it is, or like, whatever it is. Are there things that bother you when you look at yourself?
I think it's the same as everyone else. I mean, it's you look, but I'm quite, because of the job I do, I probably see myself as like there's another, like a third party where I look at a campaign, I'm criticizing it. I'm criticizing, I want to do better in that campaign or the next one. But, you get older. So that's part of life. Don't worry about it. It seems to be a very big part of what people talk about and worried about these days, getting older.
Yeah.
And I've never really particularly been worried about it, to be honest.
Would you be like, okay, got fine lines, got wrinkles, I need to have work done? Or are you trying to age naturally, or have you?
Well, I haven't had anything done so far. I'm not going to say I won't.
Yeah.
I think as...
Sorry, you haven't had a facelift?
Not yet. Thinking about it. I think people can tell I haven't had a facelift. No, but I think that idea of having work done, the facelift and all these quite intrusive elements, it doesn't, what I understand now is that doesn't need to happen. There's little touches of little filler and having the right people to do it, and Botox and all these different things that you can have, and it's, you know, its downtimes are very low. It makes you, and I'm all up for whatever makes people feel better. You know, that's it. If you feel more confident doing it. So never say never.
I moved on without actually getting an answer to the question about the hang up. No, it was me. I got over excited with everything else we're talking about. But in terms of hang-ups, because I think it's really interesting, what are your hang-ups when you look in the mirror? You know, is there anything that you're like, about?
I think you do notice you notice as you get older. But my biggest probably hang-up over the years is my nose. I've never liked my nose. I've never been able to grow a full beard. Like,
that's interesting.
Like that's,
why?
I
feel like it looks like you
Satan's goatee like around, like it's never really filled in. So I'm always quite jealous of a good beard. So yeah, there's like little things like that, but there's nothing to, you know.
It's funny because it's something that could really like bother you, and no one else would ever think about it, notice it, and it just shows we scrutinize so much, and no one else even thinking about it.
No, true.
I don't know why I keep laughing every time I read this, but I've got a note that said that you once suffered from mercury poisoning from eating too much tuna.
Yes.
We do our research on the beauty desk.
I'm not even sure you got that one.
Josh, where did you get that
from? That is true, Josh, yeah. I'm a bit worried you're a stalker, but...
Yeah. I guess what we're learning from that is you've done some extreme diets in your past. What would be like the most extreme diet you've done?
I've definitely had none. I have non-extreme diet.
Okay.
That was just it was, we had to have the restaurant closed down. We had tuna steak for lunch, and the restaurant had to close down for a while because...
Oh, it was just a one-off. It wasn't
one-off.
Okay.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't from eating too much then. It was just eating.
No, it was just,
Fine. Okay, well, let's talk about diets, because you said intermittent fasting is one that works well for you.
That's what now people call
it.
Because we have to
that.
label it.
Yeah.
I just don't eat breakfast. That's intermittent fasting, apparently. That's
fine. So you don't, like, before a big photo shoot, do anything differently?
I have done salt depletion.
Oh, tell us about salt
depletion. Salt depletion is something that a lot of actors will do it. So if they've got that major shot, you know, like Hugh Jackman Wolverine with his muscles, and you do a thing called salt depletion. I mean, you can do it to extremes of a week of doing this, but I would do it for about 2 days before. Is the day before you drink so much water, you deplete your body through salt. You don't eat any salty foods, and then you don't eat much at all for the day, and you don't drink hardly anything either.
This sounds
for the
awful.
Day before. You feel awful. You really do.
But you look great.
I don't want to say it works, but it does. It does work because you're dehydrated to the skin, but you can't not because you need your then muscles pumped out, so you have to have carbohydrates as well. So you kind of got to get it just right. Now, I've spoken to actors, and when some of them do it now, of course, there's a lot of delays that they could be doing this for like 4 days. They're just about ready to shoot that scene, and they go, "Oh, we're not going to do it for tomorrow," and they're having to continue it. And you do feel absolutely awful. I did it for Dolce & Gabbana, the shoots, the last 2 times I did it. The bowl of pasta you have afterwards tastes great.
Okay.
I mean, and the glass of wine. So yeah, but there's no...
Is it dangerous?
I mean, you're dehydrating yourself, which is not a good thing anyway.
No.
If you're doing it for a day, it's not too bad. So I've never gone to the extremes. No, I've never had extreme diets of any type. Steph's, because she's always been in great shape and looked after herself. But she was always kind of this fad-driven on, it was bar or spin or things. And once she said to me, I never would interfere in telling someone about their training unless they asked me specifically. And she said, I'm not seeing. I said, what do you want to achieve? And I said, can I tell you something? I said, all those things, probably apart from Pilates, which I do believe in, they're fads. They're not going to do anything. Spin, cardio is running.
What about the Peloton?
If you enjoy it, do it. I mean, it gets your blood, you know, it's cardio, which is okay. But I said to her, you know, it's weight training, strengthening your muscles, great for aging, or anti-aging. As you get older, you need to keep your muscle defined and strong, and it will keep you young. And this is right. And she is now training 3 times a week with a trainer and is in amazing shape from weight training. Very much basically a lighter version of what I do. But I remember saying to her trainer, a guy, and I said, just out of interest, I said, we've tried to work out a couple of times together. It doesn't work out well.
I was going to say, do you ever train together?
We tried it a couple of times and she doesn't want to listen to me and I get frustrated. And I said, do you train with your wife? Oh, God, no, we just argue. And he's a personal trainer.
Do you have manicures, pedicures, facials?
So I have my lovely Rachel who is just the person I have to have on set. She had me micro needling, which I saw great results. This is now I'm getting older. She goes, can I just trim like your eyebrow hair? And I remember my mum saying this to my granddad, like, can I just trim your eyebrow hair, Dad? And I was like, and sometimes I realised I've got a kind of a rogue few. I haven't looked closely enough. And I was like, oh God, it's got to that point in life.
You almost escaped spray tans.
Love a spray tan.
Love a spray tan.
Love a spray tan.
I hate that more men don't have it because they assume it's not for them.
No, they are. So I go to James, and he.
Which James?
I now forgot
There's
his
James
surnames.
Harknett and James Reed. You go to James Harknett.
So
do I. He has seen us both naked.
But
yes.
Oh, you're.
That one.
Sorry. No, but I use James Reed products. His face bronzer.
We are so in sync with tanning.
But James, like an artist, I love how his, you do these different positions. He's like, definitely. So yeah, I need to, instead of, some beds are not safe, but I like a tan, look better with a tan. So James has, but he now tells me that majority of his clients are male. Like it's split. Yeah. He used to be like a 70-30 women, men. Now it's the other way around. So I think it's a good thing. But it's also quite hard. James has done a great job in that tan because with beards and hair and everything else, it goes orange and it can be a disaster. That is the easiest thing to use.
He actually said men often turn up and they've shaved everything because they assume they can't have body hair when they have a spray tan. And he's like, it is like a pin sharp, the tan. It can get through the hair. These poor guys turn up and they're like poor chickens. So you are raising 2 daughters. I need all the advice. I've got my own 2 girls. My daughters are younger than yours. If your girls told you they wanted to be models, how would that make you feel?
I mean, to be honest, I don't think this industry is going to exist. It's changed in all forms anyway since I started, but it's changed so much in 5 years. The influencer, digital model, and now we're in AI. So, I always said, if they wanted to, they can do it when they're 18. So that's in my head. They can do it too. It's too young to be in the industry before that.
I'm secretly quite happy to be raising girls. I think it is a tough time to raise boys.
I think it is tough. I think it's tough on all kids. Don't get me wrong. I think there's pressures on boys, girls. It's a difficult world. If we're using social media for guidance, and I think that's what the Manosphere is. What I do appreciate about it, what you have to respect is that they are engaging with young men. Their content's crap, but they're getting young men to listen.
For all the wrong reasons.
So we need to talk to young men, but we need our content to be positive, about positive masculinity, not toxic masculinity, because a lot of young men are being, or a lot of things that young men and men are doing is being called toxic, and it's not. It's biological. It's being competitive and working hard and all those different things. All those different things that sports commentators talk about. This domineering team, where he's being domineering. He's dominated the game. His competitiveness is better. It's all positives until you take that into young men, and then it's seen as toxic. But if you look into the origins of what the word toxic masculinity, this was something that had come about again 2013, 2014. It was a term used in the 80s and 90s, not used very much, but it came to be used on social media. So of course everyone was on this bandwagon of men being toxic, and pretty much putting men and the young men all into one definition. Young men, and they were being taught. It's proved in the Lost Boys report about saying that they are a problem, and we need to do something about them. And there are so many fantastic men role models. My role model was a woman, Tandy Anderson from Select, so I'm not saying it's just men. And we need to guide them, and we need to listen to them. And It's
Who do you
another thing.
think is out there being a really good male role model at the moment?
Well, I think, look, people like Johnny Wilkinson, you know, I think was a gentleman, kept himself to himself, won a World Cup. There's many examples out there of successful men, successful masculinity. I'm quite believing I was brought up as trying to be a gentleman, and I think the gentleman has been lost somewhere.
All the messages are talk, 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 you know, talk more. But actually, one of the things people also need to do is listen more. There's not enough listening.
Yes.
Who do you go to when you want someone to listen to?
I don't have a huge friendship group. I have my close friends. I think my friendship group is probably getting smaller the more you kind of get to know people and get older. My mum, she was in the Samaritans actually, so she's a listener. My mum's never judged. My mum and dad have never judged. They listen. The idea of why I talk about having dark periods and men's mental health and all these different things is because I think it's good for men to understand that it affects everyone. And not just people who maybe having some bad times or mourning or any of those different things. You could have the most wonderful life in the world, like we have seen. Men have had, you know, the money, the success, the career, the families, the wives, and they're committed suicide. So, but it's, you know, if I was to ask the government to do anything, it would be to, what are the signs that the teachers and friends and parents need to look for with regards to their sons, to nip it in the bud earlier and to get them maybe talking.
Do you worry about your girls growing up in this culture?
I think by the time I say our children now, I think we have been under a really sort of bad social experiment with social media and I think more people are now understanding the dangers of it, if I'm totally honest, and I don't think they have. I still think there's a lot of people addicted to it. I think we're all we're all slightly addicted to our phones. So I think hopefully by the time our girls we get to the 13, 14s when they're wanting certain things, I would hope that there's going to be regulation. I would hope that no one under 16 can be on social media. And I think we won't have to worry about it. But I do feel for the people that have had their kids on Snapchat and Instagram. I won't even allow my children Minecraft, you know, or anything like that. It's a game, but it's addictive, and they don't need to be on it.
Let's touch on Wellwear, because it's a very exciting era for you. You know, even within your fashion label, there is a emotional connection to, you know, how men dress. It doesn't have to be something they do behind closed doors. Like, you can talk about fashion and
I think men have always talked about it in many ways. They don't quite realise. It's men can say to me, I don't care what I wear. I don't, you know, I said, how did you make the choice about what you're wearing? You did, because it's probably your favourite t-shirt, and it might be those trousers, the most comfortable pair of trousers, or you like the way they look. So you're consciously making decisions, and you're constantly making clothes give you confidence, whether that is following a trend that gives you that confidence, or whether they feel good, or they're great quality, or they're a great brand. It doesn't matter. It gives you confidence, and that's the main thing, which is why when we looked at David Gandy Wellwear, it was combining the wellness element and the clothing element, the apparel element, for the first time. So my team went away and said, you know, you can now put these sort of washes into your clothing. So in our pajamas, we have aloe vera, and then you have Wellwear Care, which is an antibacterial, anti-odor sort of element to the t-shirts again. So we brought those all together, and that's why we called it, you know, David Gandy Wellwear.
I'd say, how is it doing? But we know that Marks and Spencer and David Gandy have had a big reunion.
Our next big thing is knits and woolens, and which I'm quite excited about, because I love a good chunky
Please
cardigan.
Don't wish away our summer. It's only on its way.
I know, no. I mean, I'm already into next summer. Not like I'm already into 2027 summer thinking. That's how far we have to think ahead. But yes, it's exciting. I always say M&S, there's a bit of DNA of M&S in everyone. I kind of think we want to see it do well. And under the new leadership, it's just a great sort of brand.
We are coming to an end.
Okay, that's a shame.
I know, it's been really fun. If I said to you pints and ponytails, would you know what I was talking about?
Pints and ponytails? Yes, it's the guys who have to go to, I saw this, they have a pint and they learn how to do girls' hair.
So I don't have a pint for you.
Okay.
But I do have a ponytail. As a girl dad,
no. Okay.
the nation needs to see how good you are at doing your
No,
daughter's hair.
I'm so up for this. I'm not. It's just like, I do their hair and they go, can you get mummy to do hair? And I'm like, yes. I've kind of just watched my other half do it and thought, okay, well, give it a go.
Here's your hairbrush.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're
at home.
This is very weird.
It's 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
The girls are late for school and they're saying, Dad, do a plait.
A plait?
Huh?
I thought we were just ponytailing here.
Okay, look,
Hang
you
on,
can't do a
okay,
plait.
well, listen.
Then.
Never done a plait. But...
We'll come back in 2 hours.
Yeah, having a go. No, I don't. You know what? I can do a small plait. I'm not even going to pretend to.
Don't get nervous.
No.
You've got this.
I know I can do a tiny plait, I think. This is going to be the worst plait in the world. This is what the pints and
how's that going? You're like, where's the pint?
I am like, where's my pint of Guinness, guys? This would.
Oh, do you do this every day?
No, as I kind of said, it's like my wife is in charge of. Well, my wife, she's going to work. She's a barrister. She's going to case. Then I kind of do. I run out of hair, but
it's very good.
Not too bad.
Look at that.
Larry at the moment would absolutely. Actually, why have I never asked Larry to teach me how to do it? I've literally just dawned on me. One of my closest friends is one of the biggest hairstylists in the world. They've never taught me how to do it.
So from David, Cindy, and I, that's goodbye. Done. Thank you.